Dads, what's the dumbest reason your son refused to believe you? My son Matt was always a skeptical kid, questioning everything since he could talk. I admired that about him, the way his mind worked, always searching for evidence. But there was one incident when he was 11 that still makes me shake my head and laugh. It started on a regular Tuesday evening. I was helping Matt with his science homework when he asked me about my college days. I mentioned that I'd been on the swim team, even made it to regionals my junior year. He looked at me with those analytical eyes of his. You? Swimming? No way. I was genuinely confused. What do you mean, no way? I swam competitively for years. Dad, he said with that preteen certainty that only comes from knowing absolutely nothing, you can barely keep up with me in the pool now. There's no way you were ever good at swimming. I laughed. Buddy, I'm 43. Of course I can't swim like I used to. Prove it, he challenged, arms crossed. The next day, I dug through boxes in the attic until I found my old photo albums. I pulled out pictures of me on the podium at swim meets, newspaper clippings mentioning my name, even my old medals. Matt studied them carefully, squinting at the photos. This could be anyone. The picture's kind of blurry. That's me! Look at the name in the article. He shrugged. Photoshop. Photoshop. Matt, these are from 1997. I didn't even have a computer back then, let alone Photoshop skills. Yeah, but you could have done it recently, he said, as if he'd caught me in some elaborate lie. I called my mom, put her on speaker. Hey Mom, tell Matt about my swimming days. My mother launched into stories about driving me to 5 a.m. practices and washing endless chlorine-soaked towels. Matt listened politely. Then after I hung up, he whispered, Grandma would say anything for you, Dad. I was simultaneously annoyed and impressed by his commitment to this bizarre conspiracy theory. The following weekend, I invited my old teammate Steve over for dinner. Steve and I hadn't seen each other in years, but he lived just an hour away. During dinner, Steve naturally brought up our glory days, telling Matt stories about relay races and our coach's notorious temper. Matt nodded along, but later that night, I overheard him telling his younger sister, Dad probably paid that guy to lie. It became an ongoing joke between us. Whenever I'd mention something from my past, Matt would narrow his eyes and say, just like your swimming career, right, Dad? With air quotes. Then came the school reunion. It had been 25 years since graduation, and the organizing committee put together a slideshow of old photos and videos. My wife insisted we all go as a family. During the event, the projector displayed footage from our senior year, and there I was, 17 years old, diving off the starting block in a regional championship. Matt's jaw literally dropped. He turned to me, eyes wide. That's actually you. That's what I've been telling you for months. After a moment of stunned silence, he asked, but why are you so slow now? I couldn't help but laugh. Because I'm old, Matt. That's what happens. He considered this, then nodded solemnly. I guess I'll be slow when I'm old too. Probably, I agreed. On the drive home, Matt was unusually quiet. Finally, he asked, what else can you do that I don't know about? It struck me then, his disbelief wasn't really about swimming. It was about seeing me as something more than just Dad. I was a person with a history, with achievements and abilities that existed before him. Maybe that was hard to reconcile with the father who now struggled to keep up with him. Lots of things, I answered honestly, and someday your kids won't believe you either. He smiled. I'll keep videos ready, smart kid. And if you stayed till the end, like the video.